is the Channel 4 News at 4.
His name is Retro Bill. In schools all over the country.
There's one individual who has made your children his #1 priority.
And who better to teach your children to be safe?
There's a new action hero hitting the streets.
The kids really get his message, you know, with his style and his antics. I mean, the kids just love him.
He is popular with the kids.
He uses positive thinking. It's just incredible how the kids respond to him.
You are terrific. I watched the video yesterday.
Thank you very
It's just
much.
such a powerful message you send this kid.
All kids need to know about Retro Bill. Larry King's kids love him. Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw's kids love him. A real voice for kids at a time when I think they really need it. He's terrific. I think he's poised to be the next Mr. Rogers.
Come on, baby, let's do the twist. He's the man. He's great, the man.
The man, Retro Bill and the Bob Saget.
I wish I had that due, I swear.
Retro Bill with Gary Marshall and Lionel Richie.
First of all, Retro Bill, where did you get that suit from?
Opportunity.
I love your hair.
Thank you very much, Larry.
I wish I had hair like that. No, I did have hair like that. When I was 16 at Lafayette High School. Yeah? That's what I wanted to be.
Hey, I've got a celebrity fan letter. Let's see who it's from. It's from Olympic gold medalist and boxing champion Sugar Ray Leonard. And it says,
Dear Retro Bill, I'm one of your biggest fans, and I really like your hair. Your friend, Sugar Ray. How's that?
now that was a knockout, champ. Hey, officer.
Hey, Retro Bill.
How's it going?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, let's hear your siren.
Sure.
Cool.
Hey, grab those surfboards and sunscreen. The Beach Boys are headed to town. This Friday, starting at 7 p.m., the boys will rock the Saga Speedway. Hosted by KTLA favorite, Retro Bill Russ, this event marks the Beach Boys' only LA performance, and tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.
KC24 News at 6.
Looks like the Lego throwers are going to make something happen right here. I can see it coming.
Robotics teams from across California converged today on Alta Sierra Intermediate School for the first Lego League Central Valley Regional State Championship. Retro Bill provided all the play-by-play action.
Well, students in League City are getting a valuable lesson about safety and self-esteem.
The students are getting that message, though, in a very unusual, different way. Local 2 Today reporter Priscilla Quan introduces us to a man who's showing kids how to respect themselves and others through jokes and impersonations.
Let's try it in Spanish. When I ask you how you're doing this morning, say, bueno. Ready? How you doing this morning?
He may be a guy with funny hair and weird expressions.
Whoa.
But Bill Russ, better known as Retro Bill, is hoping his crazy style will help deliver a message to Hall Elementary kids in League City about self-respect.
I like to look at the positive side. How many things did you do right? Not how many things did you get wrong.
Retro Bill brings laughter to kids all over the country. The League City Police Department brought him here as part of its DARE program to teach these little ones how to resist peer pressure when it comes to drugs.
If they ever say, do you want to try some? You can say, no!
The kids shared their own favorite Retro Bill moments with us.
It's about teasing people, not to tease people, because everyone is special and different. Wear your helmet on your bike.
Why is that so important?
Because you could fall.
What can happen if you fall or you don't have your helmet
You could break your head.
Retro Bill says the hundreds of testimonial emails he receives daily show the kids are getting it.
And they say things like, I was getting teased because I have freckles or I was fat. And after you came to our school, kids are coming up to me and they're apologizing.
Retro Bill will be talking to all the League City elementary school and intermediate school students throughout the rest of the week, spreading his safety and self-esteem message to 7,000 kids in the city.
Retro Bill made a special appearance in Baldwin during his 2-week tour of Michigan. Retro Bill is the most in-demand assembly speaker in the nation right now.
Today, in the 21st century, in a DVD video game era, you got to capture the kids' interest. If they aren't locked on you, they are not going to listen to your message. And let me tell you, I get their attention.
On the night shift, he teaches kids with a little humor and a lot of hair. If you mix Ace Ventura and Mr. Rogers, you might just have the man instructing police officers today at the National DARE Conference. His given name is Bill Russ, kind of a Captain Kangaroo for the new millennium, and the future is decidedly retro.
Speed bump. He's a mile-a-minute character on screen and off. Are you like this all the time?
Yes, I am. You know, people go up to me all the time and they're like, okay, what are you on? That's just it. I'm on nothing.
Today, the National Dare Conference hosts a seminar with Bill Russ, better known as Retro Bill.
Hey, officer.
Hey, Retro Bill.
How's it going?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, let's hear your siren.
Sure.
Retro talks to kids all over the country about safety and staying off drugs.
When I saw Mr. Rogers, I used to think, wouldn't it be neat if I grew up to be like the modern day Mr. Rogers and had cool hair and got rid of the sweater and went with like fake leopard?
Retro Bill is, among other things, Dare's national safety buddy. He's donated this tape about safety to 40,000 schools all over the country. But getting it made was not easy. Bill paid for it with his life savings.
I maxed every credit card. I lost my house. I had the electricity turned off. I lived on rice cakes and tuna for 6 months.
Fast forward a few years, and Retro Bill now visits more than 300 schools every year, using props like Mr. Potato Head here to keep kids safe and away from drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. Here's another retro demonstration.
That's just a little bit of alcohol, and that's a little bit of chewing tobacco. Do you know what? That's what it looks like in a stomach, in a brain, in a mouth. I think I'm going to be sick.
Today, Retro's teaching his theatrics to these DARE officers so they can find creative ways to reach kids in their hometowns.
And that's what's great about these DARE officers, is they are there for the kids, helping them with their lessons in prevention.
While his techniques may draw a double, triple, quadruple take, Retro says that's cool as long as kids get the point.
People often come up to me and they're like, is your hair real? And yes, so is my message.
Well, students in Knoxville learned about the dangers of drugs today, but in a very unique way and from a very unique person.
Retro Bill was in town, and Live at 5's Heron Riondo went to Carnes High School to see his pitch.
There are students that are going to try and put garbage in your way.
Retro Bill is in East Tennessee today to inspire students to stay drug-free.
I call myself a well-balanced message presented as dessert.
He uses props, true stories, and his retro look to get through to the teens.
Yeah, it was different. I think it got people's attention.
According to Retro Bill, life is like a hula hoop. What goes around comes around.
If you do good, if you have a good circle of friends, if you have positive alternatives to bad things, what are those? Well, reading, writing, drawing, school plays, sports. Those are positive alternatives to bad things. What goes around comes around. Good things will come your way.
He says students need to have goals to keep them from getting distracted by drugs and alcohol. And he says parents need to support their kids' dreams.
I told him that I wasn't going to do drugs because some of my dreams are really important to me.
Retro Bill says he's hoping his unique style will help get through to students.
Hey, he's pretty cool. And he has a drug-free message, alcohol and tobacco-free message. And I like that guy. I can do that. That's what I'm trying to do.
And it seems to be working.
How about a round of applause right there?
It's because it's Retro Bill. He's making it more fun for kids, you know, just down to earth, not like, don't do drugs, you know. He just makes it fun.
And when kids come up to him after his presentation, Retro Bill says he knows he's made a difference.
They validate my existence on this earth as a human being by coming up and saying, you made a difference in my life. And that's what I'm trying to do, is be a positive role model.
He says life isn't easy. It's about choices, and he's trying to help these students make the right ones. Heron Riondo, Live at 5.
He has Elvis hair and cartoon timing, plus an important message for kids and their parents.
Well, you could try props, humor, and a slick-back pompadour. And that's what a character called Retro Bill does, and Russell shows us kids are listening.
But you give 100% every single school day. And that will take you to a really good place.
A truly unique character has come to the Pasco County schools this week. The DARE program here has brought in Retro Bill. Bill Russ is his name, but these kids at San Antonio Elementary know him as Retro Bill, the official DARE safety buddy. And what you see with Retro Bill is what he is all the time.
People always go, what do you like out of character? And I'm like, I'm not in character. Yeah. This is me. This is how I live my life. I love people, I love life, I love my country, and that's what I'm trying to do. Spread a little respect, a little decency, a little kindness. Be responsible. Make good choices, because you'll stay safe and you get to grow up and make your dreams come true.
Retro Bill uses some interesting props. He has to explain Grandma's hula hoop theory.
What goes around comes around.
And Retro Bill's message can get very serious, especially when it comes to strangers.
Be aware of strangers. A stranger is any grown-up you do not know.
Besides visiting Pasco County schools over the next few days, Retro Bill is putting his safety video in many more.
Well, I'm going to make sure you guys have this video so you can use it in your schools. Don't walk. It tells you that for good reason. Look what awaits you if you walk when it says not to.
Retro Bill used his own money to produce his Dare Safety Tips video. It's won numerous awards.
Always come to a complete stop when you're at a stop sign. Good thing I stopped.
Retro Bill tells kids to do the right things and their lives will be better, to dream big dreams. Bill Russ will tell you he dreamed big, and now his Retro Bill is living it.
Make good choices every day. What goes around comes around.